Hi Tripulse community, my name is Lisette from Yinfluence. I will be your Yin teacher today, feeling very honored to teach you this class. If you take this class, I suggest you have a few props close by, blocks, bolsters, pillows, blankets, basically anything soft to support you during the asanas. Well, enjoy the class and namaste. Welcome beautiful yogis to this 20-minute yin sequence. You can basically take it anywhere during the day to boost your day. But if you take it around lunchtime, I suggest you do it before lunch instead of after. You can do it anywhere during the day, but we will be mainly focusing on revitalizing our system, getting out of our mind back into our bodies. We will be doing chest openers, really opening up our shoulders, moving our scapula, doing some hamstring stretches. Yeah, so basically anything to really like revitalize our body, moving the energy back into our system to get us back in touch with our strength and our power. So we will be starting in a short 1-minute dangling pose to really calm down our nervous system. So what we will be doing, you're gonna take your feet hip width apart. Just take a little moment here to get stable, to ground down, to really feel your feet standing on your mat. Spread the toes wide. And just take a moment here to become stable. It can be nice to close your eyes. Bring the attention inwards. And then from here, you're slowly gonna roll down. Take a little bend in the knees at first, placing your elbows on your knees. And just feel how this is for the lower back. Checking in with our lower spine. Make sure to tilt, to fold from the pelvis and not from the lower back here. So spreading the toes wide. And if it's in your practice and it feels good, you can stretch your legs a little more, straighten them to really feel this stretch in your hamstrings. You can grab opposite elbows and just really let your upper body get heavy here. Let your head dangle. Let your neck and shoulders be heavy. Let your head be heavy. Relaxing the facial muscles here. And maybe during the hold, you can get a little deeper. Really just calming down our nervous system here. Grounding down. And then slowly bring your awareness to your breath. See if you can deepen your inhalations through your nose. Hold at the top. And then deepen your exhalations. And just have a little pause before you inhale again. Just make sure that the weight stays in your heels and not in your toes. Staying here for a few more breaths. A few more circles. Finding stillness, stability. And then slowly wiggle from side to side. Just tiny, small movements. checking in with our body. And a very slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head comes up last. And then take a huge inhale in at the top and just sigh it out. Maybe wiggle a little bit from side to side. And then come to a seated position. Our next pose will be fish pose, a supported fish pose. So it can be very nice to have a little props close by. It can be some pillows or bolsters, blocks, blankets, basically anything soft to support you. Books can work as well, pillows from your sofa, blankets. So to build a nice supported fish setup, you're gonna place one block or book horizontal on your mat, at the top of your mat. One block you will be placing on top of that vertically. And then the bolster you will place like a little bit on top of the vertical block. So just take a moment to set up your body here. What you want is that your scapula are supported and your lower back stays open. So there is no support underneath your lower back, and you really feel the support underneath the scapula. And our head will be resting on the vertical block. So you have the top, the side top of the block really resting in your neck, like these little intricate muscles in between the skull and the neck will be pressing into the side of the block, which can feel really nice. And your arms just rest down, really feeling this opening in the chest and shoulder area. As for the legs, you can just straighten them down, place them in front of you. If it feels good, you can place some support underneath your knees if you need to make it a little bit softer. So just take a moment here to settle into fish pose. And then once you find your edge, focus on your breath again. Deep inhalations and deep exhalations. And I'd like you to really focus on your heart space here in this pose. Really checking in with how our heart is feeling today in this moment. How the body's feeling. Really feeling this heart energy expand in our diaphragm. Relaxing our bodies down in a supported pose. If it feels too rough for the neck, you can also keep your neck neutral. And if you like to have a little bit more of a neck stretch, you can drop your head further down so you really get this opening in the neck as well. Opening up our throat chakra as well. Just breathe here, relaxing our bodies. Relax the facial muscles, the forehead, your jaws. Release the tip of your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And just feel if there's any tension here in your body. Anything that is keeping you from being here right now. All your thoughts, your worries, your stresses, your dramas, your needs. Let it all pass if it's there. Just observe. Gently bringing the awareness back to the breath and back to the heart space. Just taking a little moment here for yourself. This little break in your day. Feeling the chest going up and down. Feeling the diaphragm expand with each inhalation. Drawing your navel back towards your spine on every out-breath. Paying attention to all these sensations in your body. Sensations of your breath. So on your next exhalation, you're slowly gonna come up to your elbows. Just very slowly movement here. And you remove the support from underneath you. Putting everything to the side. And you just come lay down on your back, straight body. Tucking the pelvis in, tucking the shoulder blades in. Maybe bring your chin to your chest a little bit. And just take a little moment here checking in with how our body is feeling after this pose. Feeling the effect of the asana is just as important, maybe even more important in Yin than the holds themselves, the asanas themselves. Slowly roll on to your side, whatever side feels good for you at this moment. Just take a few breaths here before getting up into a seated position. You can place a block or a pillow underneath your sit bones to just elevate the hips a little bit to protect our knees. You can take a cross-legged or whatever feels comfortable. And then from here, what we'll do is we're gonna take an eagle arms pose. You're gonna place your right arm on top of your left, and then see if you can twist your arms. If you can take this bind in the arms, get the hands to touch. If this is not within your practice, don't worry. You just grab your shoulders. You get the same benefits from the pose. So just make sure here to move the shoulders away from the ears. So you're not bringing them, you're not cramping. You are just relaxing them down, making them heavy. The higher you get your elbows, the stronger the pose becomes. So just check in with what is a nice height for you. So if you do take the bind and get your hands to touch, and also take the shoulders down away from the ears and the elbows slightly up. Just find your edge. You really feel your scapula moving away from your spinal cord here, creating lots of space. You might feel some tightness, especially if you sat behind the desk all day. This pose is really good to open up all these little muscles in the upper back. So it can feel really good here to bring your chin to your chest slightly. So you even get more of an opening. And just breathe here, relaxing your face. Relaxing your arms. Just make sure there's no tingling in the hands and arms. If there is, then just ease off a little bit. Especially in Yin Yoga, it's so important to pay attention to what our body is telling us. That's the whole purpose of Yin. That we don't exceed our own boundaries. As we are not using our muscles, but we're focusing on our fascia and our joints, the deeper layers of our body. We can get injured easily, more easily, as we are not using our muscles. So just be kind and patient with yourself. And then slowly release the bind. Placing your hands on your knees, taking a little moment here in between sides, feeling the warmth we've created in our shoulders and arms, deep inhalations and exhalations, feeling our chest expand on every in-breath. And then we are crossing our arms, taking the left arm on top of the right, and take our bind again, or grabbing our shoulders, opposite shoulders. This side can feel totally different. We always have one side that is more stiff than the other. Just make sure that your shoulders stay away from the ears here as well. Bringing the elbows up. Just find your edge, like the 70% edge. The thing is, if we go too far, we have to use our muscles, as our body isn't relaxing. So the whole purpose of Yin goes to waste. So just find your 70% edge. Being gentle with yourself here. Maybe bringing your chin to your chest again. Breathing into our scapula, our shoulder blades. Relaxing our shoulders and our upper body. Deeply rooting our sit bones in our pillow or block. Feeling steady here. How is your heart doing? How is your body doing? Recharge, refuel, taking time, a little time for yourself here. So important to refuel your battery. We are not robots, we are humans. We need these little moments of stillness. And slowly release the bind. And just make a little movement here, whatever feels natural. Just shake it out or make some circles. Circling the wrists, warming up. And then take a huge inhale in, bringing the arms upwards. And then twist to your right side, placing your right hand back behind you and your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Your gaze can turn backwards towards the wall, back behind you. Twisting out our spine, detoxifying our bodies, calming down our nervous system. Deep breaths here. Creating space, creating warmth. And finding stillness within ourselves. Staying here for 3 more breaths. See if you can deepen your inhalations and exhalations. Sinking deeper into the twist. And then slowly, within your own pace, follow your own breath, release. And take a moment here in between sides as well. Paying attention to all that arises within your system, within your surroundings. And then take a huge inhale in, bringing the arms on top. And then twist to your left, placing your left hand back behind you, placing the right hand on the outside of your left knee, turning the gaze backwards again if it's within your practice, otherwise you can keep your neck neutral. Creating space on the other side. I always find it so interesting that especially when we take these moments in our day, during our day, coming out of our heads and back into our bodies, how receptive our body is for what we're trying to create here. Like the body never lies. It's only telling you that it's your friend. It's so receptive to all the good that we're trying to create here. Our body is just telling us yes. Even though you might feel that this is not where you want to be right now. Like after your practice, you always feel better. And then gently release. And then take some movement here as well. Maybe drawing the shoulders in and just make a few nice shoulder rolls here. On the inhalation, bring your shoulders towards your ears, and then on the exhalations, take them down. Nice, gentle, big circles here. Moving to the other side, balancing out our body, taking the circles in the opposite direction. So I would like to thank you so much for taking this time doing your practice with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Wishing you a wonderful day ahead, wonderful afternoon ahead. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you and namaste. If you want some time in Shavasana, then I really recommend you take some time, just a few minutes. If it's not within your schedule right now, it's okay. You can also take Shavasana at another moment today. But if you do have some time, then it would be great if you take a few minutes in Shavasana. Thank you so much and namaste.